Before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for the support that I've received on this channel lately. Honestly, it's amazing. I've been walking around with a smile on my face for the last 3 days. I cannot say thank you so much to everyone that's, subscribes to the tribe, that's joined this community. Honestly, it's all amazing. Keep it up, guys. And yeah, the deal still stands, guys. 1,000 subscribers and I'll get Foden's haircut. I'll film everything. You'll see my live reaction to it. You'll see me go in and get my haircut done and get my hair dyed. We are far exceeding what we need to achieve this goal, so it's looking really good, and it's probably gonna happen a lot sooner than before the deadline. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because I am a Liverpool supporter and I watch 80% of the games at a Liverpool a Liverpool supporters bar, so going in there with a Foden haircut wearing my Liverpool jersey is going to be a little bit strange, but yeah, I'll definitely let you guys in on the whole experience. And yeah, thank you so much again, guys, for everything. Also, on another note, I'm sorry if there's a lot of background noise during this video. You can probably hear that. There are a lot of helicopters and airplanes flying around now because, I don't know if you know or not, South Africa is in a state of emergency. We've had a lot of problems with looters, with violence, people just acting disgusting, animalistic. And to all the families that are affected, I hope you're doing well. Hopefully this whole situation just calms down soon. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the video. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the unofficial tribe. If you're new around here, or if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the tribe. It's free, it costs nothing, and you can always change your mind. Today we're going to be looking at my updated first draft, and I've been watching loads of content on FPL. I've been reading your guys' comments, your suggestions, your opinions, and I really feel like my team is in a very good space right now. Okay guys, without any further ado, here is my team. At the back we have Sanchez. That is not going to change unless he gets injured. More than likely not though. He is just a solid 4.5 million option to have in that goalkeeper slot. Perfect. Then in defense, I have the double up of the Liverpool defenders. I have Trent Alexander-Arnold and I have Robertson. And I'll get into why I think that's maybe the best option for us. Alongside the two Liverpool defenders, I have Lamptey and I have Target. In the midfield, I've gone for the concrete premium options of Salah and Fernandes. And then alongside them, I have James Rodriguez. Now, there's a bit of a question mark on James Rodriguez, whether or not he'll stay at Everton. But if he does, I think he's a strong consideration for that mid-range midfield slot. Then up top, I've stuck with my guns. I'm sticking with Iheanacho, Watkins and Antonio. On the bench, I've gone very conservative. I have Steer, who is a 4 million option in that backup goalkeeper slot. I have Bissouma, I have Gilmore, and I have Fofana. Now, guys, obviously my team will probably change before the beginning of the season, but I'm very happy with where it's at now. I put a lot of thought into this team. I've considered a lot of things, and to be honest, I could more than happily go into the beginning of the season with this team. Now that you see my team, I'm going to discuss, the sort of reasonings behind some of the picks, my plans, all of that good stuff. So transfer plans going into the season, and I always think you should have transfer plans in the back of your mind. They might not always come to fruition, but it's always good to have a sort of idea of where you want to go. Obviously, the Aston Villa assets that I have, Target and Watkins, they have 3 good fixtures, but then their fixtures turn south and they have really difficult fixtures, so we won't want to continue with them, but we'd still like to sap out that tempo from them at the beginning of the season. After the 3rd game week, we will have 2 transfers free available to us, and I'm going to use those to take out Watkins for Jimenez, and I'm going to take out Target for Semedo. Or Cody, if I want to, save that 0.5 if I have plans to bring in someone and I need a little bit of budget. Now, obviously, those Wolves players go from 3 tough beginning fixtures into 4 great fixtures to target. So that is definitely on my plans for attacking the beginning of the season. Now, the reason why I've gone with the 2 Liverpool defenders is I've noticed that there's a lack of midfield options or reliable, solid midfield options in FPL at the moment. At least there's none with good fixtures that we can target. So my thinking in bringing in Trent and Robertson is that you can sort of treat them both as midfielders that are classified as defenders, which is great in FPL. They are both expected to get high returns, and I just think it is, a no-brainer, honestly. Especially with no solid midfielders to consider, there is immense value in having both of these players, and it really does alleviate some of that pressure of trying to find, the best midfielder for your team. And obviously, we will know these things, but I am planning to wildcard probably game week 6 into game week 7 or game week 7 into game week 8. And by then we'll know who are the players we want in our teams. We'll be able to fill our bench with the good playing options, the cheap good playing options, and our teams will be a lot more normal. So my plans to attack the beginning 6 fixtures as well as I can. Now also, because of that lack of midfielder options in FPL, that is also a reason why I'm going for 3 mid-range forward options. This is all just to compensate for not being able to find any standout midfield options. Obviously, if James Rodriguez stays at Everton, he is a great option for your team. He has great fixtures, and that is, probably the only solid player that we know will start most games. Now, because I'm wildcarding early, I want as cheap as possible players on my bench. I want to put my money onto my field to work for me, to build me tempo, to build me value. There's no point having expensive players on your bench. I was thinking of bringing in Smith Rowe, but looking at the fixtures and looking at how my team is going to set up going into the first couple game weeks, I didn't really think I would play him. So why do I have that extra million tied up in a player that I'm not going to play? So I just would rather save that million and put it elsewhere in my team. Make that million work for my team. Now, there will be a lot of you in the same situation where you have a 6 mil midfielder or a 5.5 mil midfielder, and there just aren't opportunities to play them. You look at your team and you think, well, I've got 13 players with good fixtures, and now it's really hard to make the decision who I'm going to play and who I'm not. And honestly, I've avoided the headache by just putting absolutely cheap players on my bench and trying to go for cheap players that play. So in case my players don't play, there's always that opportunity for those players to come on and at least give me 2 or 3 points. Anyway guys, that has been all for this video. If you've enjoyed it, if you found it entertaining or informative, subscribe to the tribe. Again, it's free, it costs nothing, and you can always change your mind. Let's reach that goal. Let's get my hair cut like Foden's. As much as I don't want it to happen, it just seems a little bit inevitable now. Thank you so much for the support. Keep commenting guys. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. I'm more than happy. I will literally respond within 5 minutes. I'm on my phone constantly. I love engaging with you guys. I love hearing your opinions. Keep it up guys. That is all from me. Cheers.